Galatians chapter 2. We're still in chapter 2 of Galatians. We're going to do one verse today, verse 16, because of the way the verses, I want to kind of group them together. We left off in verse 15 yesterday, where Paul says, "You and I are Jews by birth, not sinners like the Gentiles." In other words, we should know better of this. We should know the power of the law. We know that it doesn't save. And he goes on to say, "Yet we know that a person is made right with God by faith in Jesus Christ, not by obeying the law." Once again, reading from the New Living Translation. So he's saying, hey, we know how we were made right. It's not by the law, it's by faith in Jesus. And we have believed in Christ Jesus. In other words, that's what we did, so that we might be made right with God because of our faith in Christ. Again, he's repeating, not because we've obeyed the law, for no one will ever be made right with God by obeying the law. Wow. And so he's bringing this quote here, and obviously he's unpacking this thought here, that we are made right only by our faith in Jesus Christ. It's not by obeying the law. Our believing made us right. It's not by doing right that we were made right. We could never do enough right to be made right. And so it's not the law. We don't get right from obeying. We are made right in Christ Jesus. So that's verse 16. It's a little quick hit there. It's pretty plain. It's kind of the synopsis of everything that Paul is trying to say here is like, it's not by obeying that we're made right. We obey because we've already been made right. We'll unpack that thought as we go on here. But he's saying clearly, it's like, we understand, we know that we're made right by faith in Christ Jesus Christ, not by obeying the law. It's because of our belief in Christ that we're made right with God, because of our faith, not because we've obeyed the law. He repeats it again, for no one will ever be made right with God by obeying the law. The law obeying will not make you right. Doing enough right will not make you right. And that is a message not just for unbelievers, but for us as believers, because that's who Paul's preaching to here. Often we think of this as like, this is a verse for those who are far from Christ, but these are people who proclaim that they were believers in Christ Jesus, and so it was for them also that this was written, and it's for us today to remind ourselves that we are not made right by anything we've done or continue to do or will do. We are made right by the finished work of the cross, and believing on Christ and believing in Him and putting faith in Jesus Christ. I hope this is helpful to you in some way. Leave a review, leave a comment, leave a question, subscribe, and like. Thank you. Have a great day.